What's up, everybody? Here we are with the new camera, new mic. Hopefully, I'm sounding a lot better and I'm a lot clearer. I know there's a little like glitchiness going on in my face sometimes. This is an AI camera, so it does a lot of like digital processing on its own. So I don't think it's the camera. I think it's my computer's probably maxed out. I've got like three charts going. The AI camera. It also tracks me if I want to. It'll move around. I've got OBS going. I've got YouTube Music. Um, my brokerage. I mean, there's just a lot going on. I think my computer is probably just a little bit like I think it's about 80% capacity or something like that. So if I move real quick and you see my any kind of like glitchiness in my eyes or something like that, that's what it is. It's not my camera. But yeah, this thing's got really a lot better clarity than my last one did, and the audio is a lot better. So we're digging that. Get some music going for you guys. Hopefully it's not too loud. So, yeah, let's go over what's been going on in the markets. I'll pull up the cues so you can kind of see what we've been dealing with. This pre-market's been good. This is institutional buying. Anytime you see like a 45-degree line and it's just like that pattern and it's just steady, that's the big boys buying shares. They can't do it all at once. They have to do it in little pieces, otherwise it'll just spike the price way up. So they buy a little bit at a time, and you get that nice gradient line like that. So that tells me that the big funds are stepping back into the queues. I like to see that. I have a feeling it's going to sell off though at the beginning. If I go back, let's look at this. This was yesterday at the beginning of the market. You see this? It just went shoof, flush. This is where the Fed came out, Warsh, whatever. He came out and spoke. While he was speaking, it went up. Then as soon as he got off the podium, it just did that again. And then if you look at the day before, it was kind of the same thing. Right off the open, whoosh. Kablooey? Kablooey. Kablamo. Day before, let's see what happened. Boom. Market open. Flush. These things have been hard to deal with. Day before, what do we got? Let me get rid of that, whatever that is. Start out the market flush. Let's see what happened the day before. Oh, I know why I had those on there. I was doing like an orb strategy. Okay. Market open, flush. So you see the trend. It's been going on for about a week now. So I'm in a little bit of a drawdown right now. I'm down about 15% on my account. This last, I would say 4 to 6 weeks. Well, probably about the last 4 weeks. The market has dropped maybe like, well, some stocks are down 50%, but I would say like the Qs as a whole, I mean, you can look at it right here. We're down like 100 points right now. Which, what is that? 100 points off of it's 18, 16, 17% or something like that. We're 17% down. So pretty much my account did what the part of the market that I trade did. Unfortunately, the previous like 2 or 3 months, you know, when the market was doing this part of the move, I was up that much, so, or more, right? Because that's a huge move. But so yeah, I gave a lot of my gains back from the last couple of months this month. Now, we'll say like what they've been saying, some of the numbers that are coming out. Turn this guy off. Some of the numbers that are coming out for accounts during this time is, they said like I think yesterday they said 1.3 million accounts have been liquidated because they were using leverage, and obviously we've had some bad weeks here, and yeah, they got margin called and accounts terminated, so we weren't that bad. I do feel kind of, I don't feel like an idiot, but I knew that risk was there, and I chose to be greedy anyway, because I have this kind of I don't like to cut winners short. So if I'm on a run, I would rather see a pullback and a loss and let me know that the trend is over, rather than just saying, oh, I'm up, I'm going to get out, and then watch it go without you. Because that can be some of the biggest days. I did hang on a little too long because I was thinking that, well, friend, let's look at Tesla. This is one that I lost most of my money on. I'm gonna look at this right here. So we're in a down. We're at $430 a share right here, right? We have a big drop right here, and this is typical of what happens. It moves from $430 down to $395. So that's a $35 move. Basically a 10% move down. And the next day, it rebounds most of it, right? So that's typical of what you see. You see these big snap moves, and then you see a rebound. And then it sells off for a couple of days, right? And then it has a rebound. And so then we get this period of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days in a row. That's basically a week and a half of trading days. Of basically just selling off. And so I think I bought, let's see, did I buy right there? No, I didn't buy right there. So they had earnings come out, and you see this gap down and then this big flush right here. I bought, I think around 330 is where my initial position was. And then it flushed another $10 a share. And I DCA'd down and added to my position. Dollar cost average is what that stands for. And then the next day it flushes another $10. I'm like, shit. So if you look at this whole move, anyway, so it did it again yesterday. It flushed another $10. You look at this whole move, it went from $430 a share to $295. I think it went all the way down aftermarket to $293 or even lower. So that is a massive move. And I got out because I'm like, well, now it's doing something that I don't understand. I don't get this move. Normally I would say, well, this is an abnormal move and we're expected a rebound. I thought we might get one right here, and it just kind of like stayed at the same level all day. So I got out finally. Should have probably never got in it, to be honest, but I just really, it's a Mag 7 stock. I wasn't expecting this kind of sell-off. You know, one that I'm tempted to get in today, which I'm not gonna say, I never say never, but this one right here. Big sell-off, right? It's already discounted from $684 down to $584, so that's $100 a share over the past 2 weeks. This is all the stocks have been doing this the past 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks have been brutal. $100 a share. They get earnings last night. What do? They drop down to all the way down below. Like they're down here now. There's a big gap down there, way down here. I mean, they were trading so far that I almost have to take the auto feature off and move the chart. They were trading all the way down here. And now they've bounced a little bit. They're like right here. So that's tempting to get in, right? It's fucking Facebook. You know, this thing just recently, just a couple months ago, was at 740 a share, almost 800 a share. Like, that is so far down. Anyway, though, that's what the market's been doing lately, and it's been tough to trade. So, at this point, I hate to say it because what's probably going to happen is everything's going to bounce without me. But I got to go into survival mode. I don't want to have any further of a drawdown. Somebody with bigger balls than me would probably go hard right now and catch some discounts, because there are a lot of deals out there, I feel like, but can you really trust any of them? I don't know that you can. Seems like you can't. So I don't know. We're playing it safe right now. The market has ran so hard in pre-market. I don't trust it. I think it's a trap. I think that it's going to sell off like it has the last 5 days in a row. We'll see if I'm right. I've got some key levels marked out. I've got some levels marked out, and I've got some alerts set up. So if some things drop down into our levels, then I will consider getting in, but I'm definitely going to be a little bit more wary today. I mean, look, man, I love, like, this stock's down, what, $160 a share over the last 2 weeks. There's very real potential that if you bought a share or two, or however many shares you want, you know, you could get a $30, $40 a share bounce. But I just don't trust it. And I also think that the pre-market has ran pretty hard. Like, if you look at, this is a stock I like to trade, Nebius. Look at this, boom, straight up. Another one, CoreWeave. Boom, these are data center plays. And I've been really playing them, but if you look at them on the daily, look at this. Look at what it's been doing. That's the last, what, three or 4 weeks. Look at that. Just straight down. It looks like it's rolling over right now. Now I will say this: if it runs really hard in pre-market like that, and then it sells off hard right before the open, a lot of time it will bounce. It really depends on how it acts coming into the opening bell. So I'm going to step away for just a second. I'll be right back. All this shit been fucking with my sleep. 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 All this shit been fucking with my sleep. Sleep.
this shit been fucking with my sleep.
So I've got Trader TV on in the background over here, and that's what I'm listening to in the headphones. We had some earnings last night. We had Robinhood, we had Meta, Microsoft. Microsoft killed it. Let's look at Microsoft. We've got 8 minutes till the open, so I got a little time. Look what this did. So here was their earnings. They were already kind of like on a little bit of a trend. If you go back a little further, I don't want to go back too much further, but anyway. So they had their earnings. They were good. They popped up to here. I took a trade, I think, right in here, and then I got out for like a $5 a share winner. It flushes down, kind of comes back up, and then does this. Has this little pop, which I didn't get involved with because I didn't trust it. And then it just started stair-stepping down, and I was like, yeah, it's done. I come back and look at it later, and it makes this move. 397 all the way up to 430. And I was literally in like right here. If I had just like set that trade and walked away for like 30 minutes or an hour, you know. So anyway, it's a pretty big move, and then it's continuing to move now. We're back up to that 430. It's a great move. So things I'm looking to dip by, I like Nebius. I'll check this one out. But it's going to have to drop quite a bit, and I just don't think it's going to drop enough for me. BE, Bloom Energy, they do power solutions. This one's skyrocketing. It went from 161 to 182 already. That one's probably going to sell off. Honestly, man, the more I look at it, I'm thinking short. I know it looks crazy because everything's running so hard, but it's done it so many times. I think maybe I'll throw Meta over here just in case it does something crazy. If this one moves down to 500, I think I'm looking at this one at 500. I don't know if it'll do that, but and then I just don't trust this. This is too much. I think when we open up, it's going to reverse. This is a short index. This is short the Qs. So when the Qs go up, or when the Qs go down, this one goes up. I don't have any positions open right now. I might just play the orb strategy on the Qs. See how that works. Just try and play it safe. Maybe diamond hands it and just hold it for a little while and see how that goes. Otherwise, you know, some of these other stocks that I've been interested in, like Bloom Energy and Nebius and stuff like that. I'm gonna have to see the Qs kind of get in an uptrend, because if the Qs are going down, those stocks will not go up. They just won't. You'll sit there and beat your head up against the wall trying to fight what the overall market's doing. You're These large cap stocks, especially if there's not like a story behind it, they tend to just kind of follow the overall market. See, Meta's selling off right now. Bloom's still mooning. Just check a couple of things. Yeah, my GPU is pretty much maxed out with this camera. See, he's saying the queue's long. 5950 long. DRAM 45 long. All right, well, so yeah, so he's looking for a pullback, 45.50. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see some good deals, man, or I'm not taking any trades. So I've been burned last 2 weeks, you know, and mostly on Tesla. I was keeping it under control. That's why I'm kind of pissed off, because I really just kind of just tried to hold it, thinking it would bounce at some point, and it never did. And I finally just got out of it. So Meta's going up. See, Meta, if you had taken it right off the bat, that was an $8 move. Robinhood is selling off really hard. This might be an opportunity. Take a look at it. Looks like it's catching support at 87. This is what I've been doing though. I've been like buying it at the first support and then it's been taking another leg. My computer feels laggy right now because the charts are moving so much. Be a little patient right here. See if this thing takes another leg down or not. I feel like Meta's a buy right now, but I'm just scared to buy it because it could definitely go back down. They're just calling short on NVIDIA. I think I'm going to play a little bit of, see if we do that same thing we've been doing where we sell off at the beginning. It looks... I could be wrong. I don't know. It just ran so hard in pre-market. It just seems like it should take a breather at least, you know. We'll see. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I don't like Robinhood myself. I don't. I don't see it as being a great company. Nebius is just gone, man. It went from 147 to $30 move today. These are not going to hold up, I don't think. You know, you really can't chase it here. There's a real possibility of buying the top if you do. I think one of the things that I struggle with is like I'm always looking for the reversal. And you know, a lot of people smarter than me say that when you do that, you're fighting the trend, and you know, the odds are is that it's going to keep going in the direction that it's headed. But I tend to look at things and be like, the market's kind of a rubber band. Like it doesn't like to go too far in one direction without kind of going back to where it was. And so my brain is wired when I look at stuff that moves far in one direction, I always think it's going to come back and kind of average out. Um, Apparently that's not right statistically, and I'm constantly fighting the trend of the market, which is pretty much a losing proposition. It feels like I'm about to be on the wrong side of this trade as well. It's kind of the frustrating thing about it feels like there's being games being played in the market by the people with more money than me, and I'm on the wrong side of you know, what you see is not always what you get. They're playing games and luring retail into liquidity traps and things like that. They're using us as exits and entries. To me, this looks like it's going to break down though. That's another thing that I think I need to work on is I have a 1 second or 10-second chart, and I used to have it a lot bigger. I've since like trimmed it down so it's much smaller. It's this small chart down here. But when I was trading small caps, it was way more important. Now that I'm trading the bigger stocks, I need to start looking more at the 1 minute and the 5 minute. And even those are considered really low time frames. If I can get the Qs to break the 50, I think we'll flush. But if it doesn't, yeah, I don't like this. You know, that's the other thing I've been trying to do is stay in the trade until it's invalidated. Not getting out at the first sign of, you know, running for the hills at the first sign of it going against you. Because you get chopped up if you get in and out of too many trades too quickly. This thing's just going sideways though. I really don't see any reason for the market to be going up right now, but you know, that's like I said, I feel like there's games being played. I'll bring the cues over so you can see what I'm talking about. It's just kind of bouncing around. If we break the high today, I'm going to get out of my short trade. Looks like we're about to. Yeah, I'm out. I can see the writing on the wall. The one day I don't go long, it goes long. Okay. Pretty crazy. Unfortunate. There's really nowhere for me to get in. I'm starting to get it's kind of got me tilted a little bit because I the thing that I have to keep in mind is you can't just take positions. You can't just say, "Oh well, I think it's going to be short," or "I think it's going to be long." I mean, I guess you have to make a decision, but at the same time, you should only take trades where you feel like you have edge. You know, you don't have to take a trade. It sucks to see it go without you like that, but at the same time, if you don't have edge, if there's not like if you don't see something and go, "Oh, that's an opportunity," then this right here, just jumping in on this because it's going up, is a rookie mistake. Because what you'll do is you'll jump in, it'll reverse on you, you'll catch the top. We'll see if it does it. I mean, it might still go, but there's a very real possibility that that's the top and you bought the top. Tesla's coming back in. been a frustrating couple weeks, man. I was at all-time highs 2 weeks ago, and then I don't even know really. Trying to make informed decisions, and they tell you to hang on to these large caps. You can hang on to them, and they'll go back up, which you can't really say that all the time. It depends on where you bought. Look what happened to me with Tesla. And then as soon as I sell it, now look at it. I sold it at 294. It's at 306 right now. Kind of looks like it could be slowing down a little bit. I don't know though. That's a shooting star. This is why people FOMO into the market, because you decide, oh, I'm going to be careful today, and then it does that, and you're like, well, the one day that I tried to be patient. Okay, we got a little bit of a pullback coming here. At this point though, it's been so strong. I don't. I don't know, man. Feels like I'm always on the wrong side of the trade here lately. Sometimes you're in flow with the market and you're like, ah, it's doing exactly what I. And then other times it's like, why did you sell off the last 2 weeks and now all of a sudden you're just. It's a buy now. As soon as I stop buying, it's a buy. So I'm gonna try and play this little pullback here and see if it holds up. I mean, it does feel like we ran pretty hard. I don't. Normally, this would be the time when I FOMO in and try and go long on something that's already at the top, and then it would do this. It would reverse, and I'd be like, man, what? As soon as I get in, you're gonna. Feels like a little irrational to me. I'm gonna give it to the. I might be wrong here too. And then the other thing that's been happening to me is I'll be in a good position and then fucking Trump will start tweeting or something and uh next thing you know, like the market tanks because he's decided he's gonna. All right, well, yeah, I agree. So these guys are basically saying that this looks like this right here. Whenever you see this 45 or whatever, this like steady buying like that, and then we got this. This is the big boys. Big boys are doing that. So that's what they do, man. They catch the retail traders off sides. They wait until they got all of us ready to buy, and then they sell, and then whenever we're all selling, they buy. That's how they get their price. That's how they get in and out of the market because they can't do it. They're not trying to make money off each other. They're all in cahoots together. They're trying to use, well, they do. They use retail money to get in and out of their positions. And even though you know that, it's still they still manage to do it to you. At some point, they'll stop buying. It feels like it's gonna go higher. Yeah, there it goes. I don't know. I mean, we're flat for the day. It's more frustrating than anything. Sometimes it just feels like nothing works. Everybody was talking about another pullback today, and it's 3%. The Nasdaq's up 3% right now. The one day that I don't fucking go long on it. Unbelievable, man. The one day I don't go long. They beat me up for fucking 2 weeks when I was going long, and then I decided to go short, and that just tells you I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You gotta have your finger on the pulse of the market, and I obviously don't have it. I'm not really looking for a reversal now until probably around 10 o'clock. Even if it does pull back, it's probably going to bounce sideways. All right, well, I think that's enough data for the video. I missed the move. I'm so tilted right now. Everything's up like crazy numbers, and I've been trying to play all these same stocks for the last 3 weeks, and they've been. The one day I decide not to go long. Unbelievable. I should probably quit. I'm definitely feeling irritated. It's not a good state of mind to be in while you're trading. Nothing pulled back. Yeah, nothing pulled back. See if this will sell off a little bit. It's so crazy that it moved like that. That's funny. Meta's going up, the market's coming down. Oh, no. Oh, I just don't have it. Don't have it. I don't want to listen to those guys anymore. They're as clueless as I am. Difference between me and those guys is they're losing a lot more money than I am. Like, why am I listening to them? That's the real question. He's looking for short. He just got in right there. He's in short right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this trade with him. Um, but I'm gonna get out if I'm doing that thing where I'm watching the 10-second chart. It's too volatile. I don't need to be doing that. Starting to move in our direction here. If we could break this low right here, that would be good. I don't know. See the cameras moving with me. That's kind of cool. I don't know. Looking at it on the 5, it does kind of look like it's going to go down, but I agree. It could go either way. I'm starting to like it less and less, though. It's starting to look like a bull flag. Yeah, I think he's wrong. I'm gonna get out of that. He can hold it up through the high day. I don't think that's a good trade. Let's see if he's right. He said he's holding it through basically through the high day. He's pretty close to getting stopped out right here. He might be right, though. I mean, it could stop right here in reverse. I don't know. I mean, he's only like 30 cents away from getting stopped out. I'm flat on the day. I don't really care. It's just more frustrating than anything because if I had so for instance, I had Tesla and Nebius in pre-market. Let's see what did I have them at? I sold Tesla at 300. What's Tesla at? 307. So I had 3 shares. That would have been $21. And then Nebius, I had 3 shares at 154. It's at 193. That would have been another $120. Yeah, that's the stock went up $50 a share so far. Unbelievable. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, my instincts aren't where they need to be. I've got 30 more minutes. See if any opportunities come through. I don't really see it, but this is that kind of day where you get frustrated because you missed a couple of things. I mean, I literally I got shaken out right here. Caught that move, got shook out right there. And then I probably would have gotten shaken out right there. It's so crazy, man. Look at that move. I took this little bitty move. And then it just kept making bigger moves. This guy's still trying to short the market. I ain't shorting this market. Yeah. We were just on the wrong side of it today. Pisses me off, man. I had long positions in all these stocks that ran today. And I got shook out yesterday. So basically, like what they did was they drove the stock down so far, so fast that everybody just at some point had to give up their positions. And then they came in after hours and started buying. And the rest is history. Then they don't give you an opportunity to get back in because it never pulls back enough. It's just games they play. And I got caught. Super My wife just made like $75 a share on Microsoft, so she's out trading me right now. So yeah. Yeah, I'm not feeling any of my guys today. None of them were right. All the experts that I listened to were wrong, and I mean, I guess I was too, but I'm not an expert. 30 more minutes to trade. I'm gonna quit at 10. You know, I might look for a reversal at 10 or something, but to be honest, I'd have to short, and I've already tried it like 4 times today, and none of them worked. Well, one of them did, but I may give it one more shot. I don't like to keep trying the same thing over and over when it's not working, because that's a trap you can fall into. Like, so right now I'm flat. If I keep trying something that's not working, thinking, okay, this is the spot. Okay, this is the spot. Okay, this is the spot. Like, at some point you just get chopped up and you end up with a losing day. So I don't want to do that either. Anyway, it is what it is, man. Sometimes you have days like this. I'm not going to get too upset about it. It's just frustrating. It is what it is. I'm going to make myself some lunch here in a little bit, and then I'm going to go mow the yard before it gets too hot. What do you guys think about the camera? Are you loving this or what? It's pretty good. I think the sound's a lot better. I'm trying to decide whether I like it following me or not. It seems like it's, I don't know. I'll have to check it out. I can make it stay in one spot. $9:30. It's really not time for the reversal yet. I did have a It's crazy that everything's up like $50 a share and the Nasdaq's still moving up. Looks like it's gonna pop higher right here. Let's see, what's my entry? 44.71. Yeah, it's gonna go higher, isn't it? Risk versus reward. When you take it at the top, you get a better price, but it's also, when they tend to break levels, they tend to like shoot way up. So you're taking a pretty big chance, like right when it's at the high of day. Because if it does break, you might lose another $1 a share or something all of a sudden. It's just that everything has ran up so much. I don't see, you know, I guess it could just keep going, but at some point it's got to run out of gas. I mean, these moves today on some of these stocks are like like after earnings moves or something. Like, you just don't really see this. Everything's been beaten down for so long that I suppose they're trying to make up for you know, weeks worth of being beaten on. I do think that whenever you make a parabolic move up like this, that even if it does come back down, it's not just going to sell off all of a sudden. There's too much buying involved. And I also think that's another thing. One of the reasons why the stock market just kind of stays doing this is because the big boys have decided they're going to buy all of a sudden. So whenever these stocks drop, they take advantage of the better price and they buy some more. So if somebody has like Goldman Sachs says, get us into 10 million shares of, Nvidia or something like that, but they can't buy it all at once. So they play these games where they let it pop up, or they let it pop up. They sell it. They let it sell off and then they buy it. They'll say, all right, we'll buy it at this level. So every time it comes down to this level, they buy. Because they don't want to buy the top either. So they do it in little chunks. And it kind of keeps the stock artificially propped up. I mean, all these stocks are beaten down so far. At some point they go, okay, this is a good price. We want it. Give me 10 million shares. Start the buy program. And you get what we have here. Feels like it's about to pop again. Just watching the order book. If I see it pop up over 70, I'll probably get out.
Jump up and down and straight lose it. Straight lose it. Straight lose it.
I need Trump to start tweeting or something, or start threatening to drop some bombs or something. That's what normally happens to me whenever I'm trying to go long. It'd be nice for it to go in my favor one time. See, on the 5-minute, this just looks like a healthy retracement. It doesn't look like a flush. Could be the beginning of one, though. Man, I'm getting hungry. does at the 50 if it makes it down there. If it goes through the 50, we would be looking at a VWAP. Probably get out at VWAP. VWAP. I gotta go water my plants too. I forgot about that. Well, I don't really see anything that's interesting today. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it right there. We had a couple of good trades. It is pretty much a flat day. Yeah. I'll see you guys next time I'm on. I'm not sure if I'm going to be on tomorrow. I'll probably try and play with my new camera. I enjoy it, so I'm going to sign off there, and I'll see you guys when I see you.